The battle for mid-range dominance has never been hotter. Imaging, performance, design, battery life, and don't forget value. Customers want it all. Clearly, a good phone isn't enough anymore and it takes innovation to stand out. Xiaomi's answer to that: set the benchmark for charging speeds. But is blazing fast charging enough? We find out in the Cellguru review of the Mi 11i Hypercharge. If the last few years were all about glimmering radiance, Xiaomi is taking an about turn in 2022. The Mi 11i Hypercharge comes in an array of colors that exude sophistication. The rear glass panel has a matte finish that feels premium to the touch, while the flat mid-frame makes the phone easy to grip. The camera module, however, extends just a bit too much from the body of the phone. Up front is a large 6.67-inch Full HD AMOLED 120Hz panel that produces deep blacks and brilliant colors. Moreover, peak brightness levels of 1200 nits ensure that the phone remains impressively bright even under direct sunlight. The ultra-slim bezels, headphone jack, and dual stereo speakers make the Mi 11i a perfect fit for multimedia consumption. Talking about cameras, you will find 3 sensors at the back. The primary 108-megapixel shooter is versatile and can capture quality images in most lighting conditions. You will notice accurate colors and low noise levels. That said, HDR performance was a bit iffy and scenes with wide dynamic range differences can suffer. Moving on to the ultra-wide camera, the 8-megapixel sensor is reasonably good in bright light but suffers from noise in low light. You will also notice some distortion around the edges of images. Finally, it is rather unfortunate that the macro camera is limited to a 2-megapixel resolution despite being a capable performer in good light. Over at the front is a 16-megapixel selfie camera that delivers the goods with sharp, well-detailed images. Powering all those experiences is a Dimensity 920 chipset. The recently launched processor isn't the absolute fastest, but it does a good job of keeping MIUI 12.5 running smoothly. However, avid gaming fans might notice some frame drops with more intensive games like Genshin Impact with the settings cranked up. Additionally, it is unfortunate to see that the phone isn't shipping with Android 12 out of the box. Finally, getting to the USP of the phone, 120-watt charging. We put Xiaomi's claims to the test and the battery charging speed was delivered as promised. A 0 to 100 charge took us almost exactly 15 minutes, which makes battery range anxiety a thing of the past. It helps that the software has been perfectly tuned to eke out over a day of extensive use. 2022 has just begun, but the Mi 11i Hypercharge, price starting 26,999 rupees, already sits at the top of the leaderboard in the coveted sub 30,000 rupees range. The design is solid, the cameras are plenty good, performance keeps up with the rest, and the fast charging is unmatched. Definitely a phone to consider.